Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Y Spaces, Apiron, Tuala, Symph, Secuna, Red Circle Global, Maroon Studios, and Aim High. Check out our partners in the description.
Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. Live tayo ngayon dito sa Western Mindanao State University Agri-Aqua Technology Business Incubator in partnership with Reyes Western Mindanao in Zamboanga City. We have Cafe Lion Hydroponic Farm and its owner, Sir Jeffrey Selenio. Hello, Sir Jeffrey. Kamusta?
Hi. Good day, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Excited to share yung mga ginawa natin.
Yes, I'm also excited to know more about hydroponics and of course, ang inyong nakadisplay na dito na product, lettuce chips. Sana mamukbang natin yan habang nag-interview.
Mukbangin natin yan.
But anyway, I let you do the introduction, Sir Jeffrey. So ano nga ba ang Cafe Lion Hydroponic Farm? And maybe you can do some reduction on the lettuce chips.
Yeah, sure. Cafe Lion Hydroponic Farm started actually in 2021. Parang nasa front yard lang siya na set up. Actually, I started with 6 lettuce heads.
Oh.
So hydroponics, 6 lettuce heads. So parang in a way, parang gusto ko lang i-break yung routine ko when I was working full-time as a English as a second language teacher sa foreign students. Yeah, so from that, naging commercial siya, kumbaga naging more than 1,000 heads. So from that 6 lettuce heads. And then my oversupply na nangyari in 2023. So I think that was common yung mga sinabi mo kanina na mga kamatis, kalabasa, tinatapon lang, right? So that was, I believe, in April of 2023. And then kami na actually oversupply din kami. So I and my brother nag-isip kami na okay, andyan yung mga vegetable chips na sumusikat. So I said, why not make this into chips? Wala pang sa market. So right? So yun yung ginawa namin. And so that's why meron tayong lettuce chips ngayon.
Okay, interesting. But again, sir, so this started as like a part-time hobby lang din muna when you did the hydroponic farm. So kamusta nga ba, sir? Just to give a picture, kasi ako rin actually, parang I'm kind of interested to have a hydroponic farm, pwede sa bahay lang, di ba?
Yes.
So, can you give a background on that, sir? Paano nga ba magkaroon ng hydroponic farm?
Hydroponic farm, you can do it either outdoor or indoor. Yes, kasi pwede tayong gumamit, pag indoor, pwede tayong gumamit mga grow lights, LED, so pwede pa rin siya. So, by the way, I teach also mga ganyan online. Yeah, I have videos then on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, in YouTube. So,
share din natin yan.
Yes, and as a volunteer of Kids Who Farm, Kids Who Farm, yeah.
Shout out kay Sir Munir.
Yeah, so I've been a volunteer for almost 2 years already. So I'm one of the core trainers ng Kids Who Farm. So we go to communities, we partner with private sectors, government as well. So we really go all around the country para magturo talaga na food can be produced with low tech.
Yeah. Yes. And at your own home.
Yes, exactly.
Kapatulong lang ako kay Sir Munir ng Kids Farm ng hydroponics. Anyway, continue, sir.
Yeah. So, ganun siya, madali lang talaga yung hydroponics. Like, you can grow crops, leafy greens, especially without soil. So water lang siya na may halong nutrients. So nutrients in the more common term is fertilizer. So na-dissolve in water. So yeah, kaya mabilis talaga siyang tumubo kasi kumaga we feed the right nutrients yung mga tanim natin. Yeah, so malinis, safe talaga kasi tayo nag-produce, right? So yeah, kung yung mga sa special urban setting. So ang ganda ng hydroponics kasi you can ipatong mo lang dyan sa mga mesa mo right? Sa bintana, basta maarawan lang siya pag outdoor, but sa bintana, basta maarawan lang siya ng mga 4 hours, you can grow your leafy greens.
Anong setup na, sir? Just to give, hindi ko sa alam yung itsura talaga niya at all. Although nakakita na ako ng pero parang, and also for our listeners, saan mo siya usually ilalagay sa bahay? And parang gano'n kalaki space yung ma-occupy niya?
Maliit lang kasi if you have a box, for example, na may lamang 6 to 8 lettuce, for example, or petchay or whatever leafy greens.
Okay.
Yeah. So, iharap mo lang siya, especially maganda pag morning sun.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yan sa balcony, for example, na hindi lang siya maulan kasi may nutrients nga doon.
Okay.
So, yeah, basta nakaharap lang siya sa may open area lang na, maarawan lang siya ng mga at least 4 hours, you can grow already.
So, parang box siya.
Box
siya na may water.
Box na water. Yeah, may box
Then you
na
put the
water.
lettuce heads.
Yes.
And
Oo.
then,
Imagine niyo yung lalagayan ng mga isda na styro. Yung styro box, kumbaga, yung mga tuna box.
yes.
Yeah, so may takipin siya na styro din. So butasan mo lang yun na masushoot yung cup. For example, ganito. Oo. So, yeah, so hanggang may tubig yun, hanggang nakalubog yung roots sa tubig, you can grow.
Okay.
Yes.
So, wala siya soil, no? So,
Walang
parang yung
soil.
water, yung soil niya. Parang yung...
Yeah, exactly. So the main substrate, kumbaga sinasabi nila, is yung water talaga, yung main source talaga niya.
substrate.
Yeah.
Yung nutrients ay nandun sa water.
Yeah, yun sa water. Mixed niya sa water. Diluted na siya doon. Yes.
But does that water need to be, for example, replaced or whatever? Kasi baka may mga insekto or madamihan. I mean, or ganun lang siya. Then iwan mo na lang siya until you grow the lettuce.
Yeah, that's a good question kasi meron tayong specific method na Kratky method. You can search for it.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Ang Kratky method, set and forget na siya. So basically, ang lettuce, for example, let's just make lettuce as a base, no? Lettuce consumes 1 liter to 1.5 liters hanggang ma-harvest siya. So, if you have, for example, let's say 8 liters isang box and you have 6 lettuce, then set and forget na siya hanggang ma-harvest siya. Kaya na niyang i-supportahan yun, yung mga lettuce na yun.
Aside from lettuce, sir, ano ba yung mga ibang usually na hina-hydroponics?
You know what? Almost everything. Kasi, I mean...
Even leafy greens.
Yeah, leafy greens mostly. But even mga fruit-bearing.
Pwede. Like,
yeah.
Mangga, ganun.
Wag lang yung mga puno, right? So that's a question. Wag lang
Kamatis.
Kamatis.
Yes, okay.
Pipino, yan.
Okay.
Even talong, yes.
Oh,
pwede.
Okay.
Pwede. And of course, ibang na yung pangangailangan niya. Let's say, for example, mas mataas lang yung dosage kumbaga nung minimix mo doon, yung nutrients.
Okay.
Yeah, but basically, pwede pa rin siya.
Okay, this is interesting. I want to learn more about hydroponics. Pero siguro, sir, just to give parang overview of hydroponics, ako personally, I'm interested in. And I think, I know a lot of people who are interested din. Ano bang meron sa hydroponics? Ano ba yung parang talagang advantage niya?
One of the advantage is like high yield siya. Kasi yung mention ko kanina is, kumbaga, we feed them the right amount and the right nutrients talaga. Kasi for example, the soil, one of the downside kasi aside marami siyang possible disease, right? Sa soil. So dito na minimize natin siya, or hindi naman entirely like na diminish, but na minimize natin yung possibility na magkaka-disease siya kasi soilless na siya. Second is high yield talaga kasi again and again, na mabanggit ko na pala, kompleto yung nutrients na kukuha niya. So yun yung dalawa at least, no? Tapos you can grow it kahit wala kang lupa. Kahit napalibutan ka ng semento, pwede kang mag-grow.
Tsaka even if yung mga nasa condo dyan, nasa mga condo na walang soil, walang yard, walang garahe, walang backyard.
Yes.
So pwede actually magtanim. I think yun yung main advantage din niya.
Exactly. Oo.
So you can have your own food, your own lettuce, your own kamatis, talong, even if nasa condo building ka.
Yes. Kahit nga hindi ka natatamaan ng araw, pwede. Kasi you can have a setup na may grow lights. Yung artificial
light?
Yes, artificial light. Yeah, you can buy it na. You can check online. Marami yan.
Ayan. This is actually what we call technology sa agriculture. But anyway, sir, we have here yung mga inyong lettuce chips. So you mentioned kanina para story niya, no, na there was, you had a surplus sa lettuce. So first question, before, nagbebenta na kayo ng mga lettuce.
Yes.
Do you sell yung mga natatanim niyo sa inyong hydroponic farm?
Yes.
And then second, why exactly did you decide to make it and how into lettuce chips?
That's a very good question. Yeah, I've been asked that with the question quite rarely lang, but yeah, I like that question. Bakit lettuce chips? Bakit lettuce yung ginamit ko for chips? Kasi marami namang tanong nila, marami namang banana chips dyan, kamote chips, ano bang iba dyan? Diba, kangkong chips. So why lettuce? Hindi siya bagay. That's right. I mean, I agree with that. Hindi siya bagay, but in a business standpoint, I want to offer something na very unique, right? So wala pa siya sa market. So I said, let's offer something unique, right? Kasi gusto namin na makakuha yung attention. And so we did. Kaya nga ngayon, fortunately, available na rin siya nationwide with this simple packaging pa lang. We're planning na yung packaging na print on pouch and everything, I have the layout already. So we're planning already. So yeah, ang tawag dito. Kaya nag-decide talaga kami na pwede palang gawin pa rin chips or crust.
Yes,
No?
hindi ba sir hindi ba manipis ang lettuce? Baka mapunit siya madali or
Yeah, I believe that's one thing na kino-consider namin kasi in this one, hindi lang siya like pure lettuce lang in this version, kumbaga, at least for now, may halo na rin siyang flour.
lettuce, flour, cornstarch.
Yung cornstarch pampadikit lang naman yan. But
Okay,
yeah, may flour na rin siya. So, yun yung para minimix na rin talaga siya. Blended, may coarsely chopped din. So, yun yung mixture niya.
So, ang niya sir, para ba siyang matigas nga siya. Then crispy naman siya, no?
Yes,
siya,
super
parang
crispy. Yeah.
crispy. And by
You
the
can
way,
try
I
that.
noticed here, may flavor din siya ng spicy barbecue.
Yes.
Ano nga ba siya yung flavors ng inyong lettuce chips?
Actually, we have 5. But ang nadala ko lang yung paborito ko talaga.
Ito si
Yung
spicy barbecue.
barbecue. So we have spicy barbecue, spicy cheese, plain barbecue, and sour cream, of course. Meron din tayo. So we have 5.
Sir, I wanna try. Pwede mo buksan?
Yeah,
Okay
sure,
lang.
sure.
Kasi gusto talaga matry eh.
Yeah.
So, kung ano mo nakikinig, bubuksan ko na sandali itong lettuce chips.
Yeah.
Maybe sir, you can share anong texture ng pag kinakain siya habang binubuksan ko yung lettuce chips?
Very crispy siya talaga siya. So you can try talaga yun. So meron din akong isi-share later na may innovation din kami. No? Para lang, we're not just offering chips dyan or crisps dyan na we also have something na we can share more value talaga sa ating mga consumers and sa mga brands din. Yeah. So
Para siyang actually para siyang chips. I mean, yung
mga Nova.
Para siya nagawang parang Nova ganun.
Mhm.
Para siya nagawang rectangle na shape.
At first talaga like mano-mano yung ginagawa namin.
Cutting na.
Yeah, mano-manong cutting, flatten. But ngayon may machine na kami.
Sarap.
Yeah, crispy, right?
Maligas siya. I
Yeah.
mean, I was expecting, sorry, kumakain ba ako? I was expecting, very brittle siya.
Mhm.
Very brittle. Kasi lettuce.
Mhm.
This is actually parang Nova. Actually,
Yeah.
parang ganung texture siya.
Yes.
Can I eat more?
Yeah,
Sige,
sure.
sir, kwento ko lang. Kakain ako dito.
Yeah. So, ngayon,
I have another question, sir.
yeah, sure.
Kasi I'm seeing medyo thick siya. One layer na to ng lettuce or baka two? Baka more than one layer to ng lettuce.
Mix na siya at yung lettuce. Yung lettuce niya, merong konting coarsely chopped and then mostly blended na talaga siya.
So
Like
parang
blend.
gumagawa muna kayo na parang mixture.
Yeah,
Ay, parang,
gumagawa lang kami siya. Tapos pina-flatten lang talaga namin. Parang may dough na
so
rin
yung
kami.
lettuce, do you grind the lettuce?
Yeah,
or...
we grind the lettuce. Kasi iba kasi yung texture, yung architecture ng structure ng lettuce eh. Compared to, for example, kangkong. It's quite different kasi yung kangkong hindi siya matubig. Yeah, so and yung lettuce is makapal siya but very watery.
Yes.
When we tried na gawin talaga siya like puro-puro, hindi siya ganon kasimple or should I say so far for now hindi siya achievable na yung puro talagang leaves na
So
yung
do you
gano'n.
parang somehow dehydrate mo na yung lettuce or as is siya or like in the process of mixing it?
Hindi na. Like,
is siya?
yeah, fresh talaga siya.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. After you wash it
So andun pa yung water
thoroughly,
content or
yeah, andun pa rin talaga siya.
oh wow.
Like, everything. So
So, ito
after
yung
we
water
wash it
content.
thoroughly, we drain it and then chop and then blend na talaga. Ando pa yung water and
So
everything.
sige nga sir, ang process. So just to imagine. So ito yung hydroponic farm sa bahay. Kukuha kayo ng lettuce.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
So morning look, parang ganito lang yan. Andun yung greenhouse namin, pasok sa loob, harvest kami niyan, and then malapit lang few meters away, andun yung facility namin. So doon, kinakat namin, sorting yung mga magaganda lettuce and lettuce leaves, and then linisan yan thoroughly, and then chopping, and then blending, grinding, tapos mixing, and everything, tapos flattening na, tapos cutting, and then cooking, packaging.
Cooking pack. Oh, I see.
Yeah, ganun na siya bilis.
And by the way, itong nasa background natin, ay,
Yes.
nag-change na. Pero kanina pa nakita ko yung yung farm. Yun ba yung hydroponic farm na sir na
Yes.
yung facility ninyo? Alam kayo na pala
Yung
niya.
greenhouse, yes.
So, hindi na siya sa bahay lang.
Oh yeah, hindi lang
May
sa bahay lang.
greenhouse,
Yeah,
parang-
ito.
Well, hindi siya makikita ng mga nakikinig lang sa audio. Pero, ano na siya? Gano'n siya kalaki sir? Ilang, like, maybe square meters or...
100 square meter na ngayon.
wow, ang laki nun.
Yes. Mhm.
Ang dami niya nagagawa.
May vertical din setup.
Ang lettuce, sir, gano'n siya katagal tumubo or like ready for picking?
From lettuce seeds talaga siya,
Mm.
45 days.
45
That's the
days.
average. Yeah.
So, ito sir, meron kayo parang season of harvesting or continuous na rin siya kasi halo-halo na yung pagtatanim niya?
Similar to mushroom, ano siya eh, pwede mo siyang i-schedule. So, especially
Okay,
kasi
yes,
naka-greenhouse na siya, you can control then, no? Kasi kahit mainit, maulan, hindi siya affected talaga. Kasi may mga measure tayo na ginawa. So, we schedule like every week yung sowing namin ng seeds and then every week yung harvest din. Yung major harvest is every week, but we can harvest every day. So, wala talaga siyang season and anything like that.
Na-realize ko lang din, same with the mushroom farm, tsaka with the lettuce farm. Ang advantage niya compared with like the traditional farms, kasi in terms of production, correct me if I'm wrong, sir, sa manpower, kasi if greenhouse controlled siya somehow, makakontrol yung schedule ng harvesting. Unlike kunyari kung nagtanim ka nga ng, yung parang may season of planting, may season of harvesting. So yung manpower, kailangan nyo lang on the harvest, dun bigla kailangan maraming tao. Dito, ano siya, parang stable siya of the level ng manpower na kailangan along the months kasi somehow stable yung pag-pick ng lettuce. Tama ba yun? Or
yes, depende kung everyday ka mag-harvest then you really have that someone there, no? But when it comes to pag-aalaga nito, like one person can take care 10,000 lettuce heads at once. Kasi pag once a day ka lang naman magsuso, like for example, you sow, let's say, 1,000 seeds. So yun lang yung work mo and then you have to check lang every day maybe kung may mga leaks kasi naka-elevate yun siya, naka-pipes and all. So, and then harvest. Ganun lang talaga yung work niya.
It is interesting kasi, I mean, and by the way, isa inyong greenhouse farm, hydroponics din siya and along the way, water and water-based talaga siya along. So, malaking hydroponics siya na farm.
Yes, active siya. So, yung narinig mo kanina na Kratky, stagnant yung water sa box. Ito naman is flowing yung water, continuous. Parang pabalik-balik yung water. Dumadaan lang yung water sa roots and then balik agad sa reservoir natin and then balik lang ganyan siya. Active siya na method.
Oh, so ano na rin nga siya, continuous na rin siya na production. Factor na rin siya ng lettuce chips. Kumbaga from farming, from harvesting, to production ng chips mismo, to packaging. But do you also sell the lettuce mismo?
Fresh? Yes.
Fresh lettuce.
Ako mismo actually, in the last years, ako mismo nagbebenta talaga.
Sa mga tao mismo na kakain na ng lettuce.
Yes. Well, dumarating nga doon mga tao from here. Yeah,
they can buy in the...
Yes, directly.
Saan sir ang inyong farm pala?
Sa Tulungatong, that's west coast of Zamboanga. Medyo malayo. So, 16 kilometers from here.
Medyo malayo.
Yes. So, every Sunday, nagbebenta ako mismo ng lettuce doon sa harap ng simbahan. So, I really did. And sometimes, ngayon, lumagawa pa rin ako minsan.
Wow.
Yes,
farm to table. Or fresh talaga na access to fresh lettuce. So, ayun sir, yung lettuce, you can sell, then you also do lettuce chips para mas mabenta pa yung lettuce. Now, going back to the lettuce chips, who are like the market? Parang did you already see yung mga bibili ng lettuce chips?
Yes, yung mga Gen Z natin, no, mahilig sa chips yan eh. Yeah. So, gusto nila yun ng better alternative, no? Kahit paano, better alternative rin siya sa mga junk food natin. Kasi alam naman natin mga junk food natin, like, puro yan mga preservatives and all. For example, if you see, let's say, potato chips. If you look at the ingredients, nasa 1% lang yung potato dyan eh. But at least here we have more. Kudos dun sa mga chips. Like for example, yung mushroom chips ng Ruru talaga. Gusto kong i-shout out na yun kasi 100% talaga yan siya na mushroom. That's really good. So that's the aim that we're working on it.
Actually, that's true. Sana nga dumami pa yung mga chips na talagang pure.
Yes.
Yung laman na hindi nahaluan na ng maraming flour or maraming mga extender minsan actually. So, sana rin mas masuportahan natin yung ganitong mga chips.
Yes.
But anyway, sir, another question on the development ng product. Naging mahirap ba, sir, yung parang pag-develop na to into what it is now? Or marami ba siyang trials?
Yes. Kasi at first, yung nag-try namin yung mga different colors ng packaging, medyo mahirap siya kasi at first nung siguro tumagal lang yung shelf life namin ng 2 months or 1 month. Yeah, yung sa first trial namin. Hanggang ngayon, 4 months na siya, but consistent pa rin yung testing namin. Para at least, sa amin naman is, doon kami sa 6 months muna. So, yun yung pinaka-challenge. But since we improved the facility already, now na sa tulong din ng DA, kasi I'm a Young Farmers Challenge Award, if you've heard about it. Yes. So, natulungan na rin ako. May fund na rin ako. And sa tulong din ng ETPI, kasi sila rin talaga tumulong sa mga papers and everything. So, napagawa na din yung facility. So, now we are applying for FDA, at least for LTO muna, license to operate. Yeah. So, yun yung workout namin. And then later on, yung CPR na rin. Yes, but yeah, that's really the goal. And then yung to improve the packaging, kasi yun yung talaga nag-extend ng shelf life. Yes.
Kasi kain lang ako ng kain dito, sir. Sarap. Actually, ang sarap niya kasi hindi siya, actually, to be honest, sir, may natry ako ibang lettuce chips na parang lang din, medyo this is mas siya, mas nakaka-addict actually.
Recorded yan.
Kasi parang siyang, mahilig ako sa chips. Actually, mahilig ako sa chips, to be honest. Mahilig ako sa Nova, actually. Parang siyang Nova texture, actually, to be honest. So, ito na lang, no? By the way, magkano pala ito? Magkano?
Doon tayo magkakatalo. The retail of this one is 110 grams. The retail is sa market that's 120. But I have packages then for those na interested na mag-resell and distribute. So I have a package na as low as 70 pesos per pack na lang. So if you avail the package, that's 150 pack food. That's for a distributor package, masyadong maliit yung yung number of packs na yan. That's 150 lang for a distributor. So I have distributors na rin. 70 pesos na lang. Might be interested.
Baka meron interested na mag-reseller ng Cafe Lion lettuce chips. Ako personally, I love it. Kain ako ng kain. Obvious naman, diba? Kain ako ng kain dito. Na-ASMR ko pa nga yung crunch niya eh. Crunchy siya. Crunchy siya. But anyway, sige, titigil na muna sa pagkain para patuloy natin itong interview na to.
Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Protect your assets from bugs before bad hackers exploit them. And launch your products seamlessly with Secuna, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Receive reports in real time and work with security experts to find bugs in your products before others do. Let's make your security our priority.
No, sir. Parang sa story, no, kanina you mentioned na you were a part-time ESL teacher. You're a full-time teacher, then this is your part-time.
Yeah.
Now ba, full-time ka na dito? Or...
Yes, full-time na ako. Nag-resign na ako. I mean, actually, when I was, matagal ako nag-resign sa company na sa employer ko before. That was in 2020. And then, after nun, nagsarili ako. Like, yung mga students sa akin na nag-buy directly and all. And then, I have like 6 hours, 8 hours a day na work. Sasalita lang talaga. Tapos panggabi pa talaga, like 7 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Yes.
And that was straight a few years. No? So nag-deteriorate yung yung health ko nga during that time. So ngayon, kumukuha pa rin ako, wait lang. I think yung last na pagtuturo ko was months ago. Tapos ngayon, very busy sa event ni DA and sa promote ng product natin sa Vico, thanks to DA as well kasi like last week for example andun ako sa Manila sa MAFBEX sa Manila Foods and Beverages Expo. So doon ako I was invited as a speaker during the investment forum doon. So yes, so yun yung ginagawa.
So full-time entrepreneur na rin talaga, no? You also teach hydroponics but you also spend time, I mean I think you spend more time now sa developing and really building this business, si Lettuce Chips.
Yes. Mhm.
Back then, sige sir, maybe onting background back then, did you already see or parang did you already imagine of you being a Lettuce Chips entrepreneur? Or maybe parang, or did it just happen really because of this, when you tried out hydroponics, when you tried out
Yeah, yung sa last part na sinabi mo, it just happened. Yeah, kasi yung naman siya kanina, like parang just to break my routine talaga, yung boring and depressing routine kasi panggabi yung work ko for almost 2 years before nag-start ako nito. Plantito, oo. So, parang gustuhan ko yung idea na from seed, ang liliit kasi parang kuto lang yan.
Alam ko yan, sir. Alam ko yung feeling na yan. Yun yung parang naghahanap ko sa buhay ng ng tawag dito. Yung nasusubaybayan mo yung growth. Kasi when your life becomes a bit stagnant, kaya nag-farm yung mga plantito kasi nakikita nila yung growth growth So parang yun din yung manifestation nun
Yeah.
But anyway, sige sir, continue.
So well, I was working full time. Parang every time na matapos ako sa work, like during the time I couldn't imagine, like I couldn't see myself. So, tinatanong ko sarili ko, like after 5 years, ganito pa rin ba ginagawa ko, like during that time yung nagtuturo pa rin, ganun pa rin, very depressing and all. Tapos yung nakita ko na yung lettuce maliliit na lumalaki, na yun, nakita ko siya. So, doon na parang na-trigger, like, wow, nabalik yung interest ko sa farming. Kasi,
you did this before na?
Before kami nag-move dito sa Zamboanga when I was like 12 years old pa. So, prior to that,
where were you, sir?
Dito pa rin sa Region 9, but in an island. So, farmer talaga yung family ko. When we moved here, nag-aaral, when I was 12 years old. So, doon pa kami, yung bata pa nga ako, like, hanggang nagkamuwang, kumbaga, like, farming na talaga. Yun ang naging morning task talaga, or before and after ng klase. So, when I was in elementary, tapos parang sinabi ko na sarili ko, like, ayoko na sa farming and all, di ba? Ganon naman talaga yung mga typical farmers, yung mga sinasabi, di ba? Wag kang, mag-aral na mabuti. Kung hindi ka gustong matulad sa amin.
Actually, I mean, that's a weird reality.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, di ba? But then, may mga technology tayo ngayon na pwede palang maging profitable in farming.
Yes, exactly.
And yes, it is really profitable.
That's what we want to highlight, and with the help nga, with the support of WIMSU ATBI, with Race, Western Mindanao, and Race as a whole, ma-uplift pa ang agriculture industry and ma-realize natin na actually may pera sa agriculture, especially when you do innovations.
Exactly.
Like this nga, kay Lettuce Chips.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is actually one of inspiration din sa mga Gen Z natin dyan na baka bored na rin sa buhay. Gusto mag-try ng hydroponics. Maybe you'll also have to start. You'll be able to start an agribusiness. Ayan, may mga pictures pa tayo. Ito pala yung flavors, no, sir? Sour cream.
May cheese yan.
Cheese. Sour cream. Ito talaga yung mga usual flavors, no? Sour cream, spicy barbecue. Garlic. May garlic.
Wala pa. Wala pa, but possible. By the way, gusto ko lang i-highlight, no? You haven't asked, but yung isang ko, pakita, may picture ba yung project ko na may ginawa naming paso. Yung Yeah. Yun, exactly. Yan. So, we have this.
In the picture, yung mismong packaging niya na plastic, ano ba to, sir?
And
so packaging
PET,
niya ay ginawang paso ng halaman. So, pag binukas mo yung packaging, siya na yung lalagyan nung may soil. Ano ba siya?
May soil yan siya.
May soil sa loob.
Yes. So, ang project namin ngayon is that for every pouch na bibilihin nyo, may naka-embed na free seeds dito. So, it's sealed yung seeds dito. Yeah, so meron nakalagay dito.
Ba siya kanina?
May nakalagay dyan. Meron yan. Free seeds.
May secret.
Grow your snack. Plant me. Yes. So, yan yung tinatarget namin ngayon. And then, may mga rewards naman kayo monthly na doon sa mga best grow, kumbaga. So, all they have to do is to post yung mga ganyan, yung mga insura, and then i-post, and then we will choose digitally. Yung pinakamagandang So, that's our way na rin, no? Kasi, just to share, alam pa natin na according to the UST, no? Na yung mga ganitong mga packaging, annually, sa global, we're producing 160 million tons of plastic packaging. In the Philippines alone, alam niyo ba na rank 1 tayo sa sa pinakamadaming plastic emission. Ang Philippines, rank 1. And every day para siyang 45 million na mga ganitong packaging thin film. 45 million every day, parang ganito. So might as well we give second life to our packaging, especially mga
Gets.
yes.
So yung mga packaging ng lettuce chips, but first of all, yung Philippines being the number 1 plastic, kasi I think that's for especially single-use plastic.
Exactly.
Na tingi lifestyle kasi tayo dito na tingi-tingi, bili, packaging plastic. Then, ang kinaganda dito sa ginawa ninyo, sir, plastic packaging, totoo naman kasi plastic is affordable. Very affordable siya. No? And actually, strong siya as a material. And portable. So, easily accessible. So, it's actually a very good packaging material. So, may kasama siyang seeds, yung packaging, para this is win-win na parang yung bumili ng lettuce chips ay curious. Magtanim nga ako. Kasi may libre naman na seeds And then, ma-realize natin na itong packaging na plastic na ito ay pwede rin nang gamitin for those seeds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yan yung pinaka-goal talaga namin sa Kafilayan.
Okay, I will keep this. Iuuwi ko to sa Manila.
Yes.
At matry nga natin.
Yeah.
But anyway, sige sir. Go naman tayo sa Wimsu ATBI.
Sure.
So you started as a farmer talaga, as a farmer child. And then you studied in Zamboanga City. Medyo nawala ng interest sa farming. And then siguro kinaganda na rin na mayroon ka idea ng farming. Kaya nung na-bore ka when you had that full-time job, ito na una pumasok sa isip nyo, yung hydroponics. Then you tried this una sa backyard, sa inyong bahay. And then ang question is, paano kayo napunta kayo Wimsu ATBI? Tsaka, paano naging yung parang greenhouse, yung parang facility ninyo?
Yes. So from that, from that 6 lettuce heads lang talaga sa front yard namin. So naging 100 square meter na greenhouse talaga siya. So mga agency na nakatulong talaga sa akin, DA, yung Department of Agriculture.
Did you approach them or parang
actually
how did you get connected with them?
They did. May mga social media naman silang pinupost, and then actually someone approached me na may ganito ngang
program.
Program. And so yun yung first sa pag-establish ng greenhouse. So by the way, ako rin talaga yung nakita yung greenhouse. Ako rin talaga nung nag-welding noon. Pati yung mga brother ko. So parang handyman din kasi ako So pwede ba akong ilagay sa construction? Pwede akong mag-welding, pwede akong magmasa. Kahit saan, magpanday, maggawa ng bahay-bahay, pwede ako dyan. So kami lang yung magkakapatid ko, yung papa ko. So sa marketing naman, sa promotion, pumasok na rin si Wimsu ATBI.
So yun yung tulong ni Wimsu ATBI sa marketing. Parang yun nga, establishing the brand and getting it known to the market, to Zamboanga. And beyond Zamboanga.
Yes, may mga trainings and seminars na bigay sa DTI. Si Wimsu ATBI, may mga pitching niyan. Tapos nadala na rin ako sa Pampanga. So mga market exposure natin. So laking tulong talaga ng Wimsu ATBI.
And you mentioned pala na so right now your family ang katulong mo dito. So sino nga ba ang mga tao behind Kafilayan Hydroponics Farm and the lettuce chips?
One of my motivations talaga na mag-start ng especially yung sa hydroponic farm was to give my father a source of income. So sabi ko, kasi parang, though wala akong makita ang future dun sa teaching ko during the time, but I said na, kasi nagre-retire yung papa ko from a factory worker kasi during the time. So I said, kailangan niya ng source of income. So sabi ko, palalakihin ko tong greenhouse, yung fresh lettuce production na to, para ibigay ko sa papa ko. And so siguro maghanap na ako ng ibang venture na for me.
Before, yung papa mo yung farmer din. In Zambo, when you were young.
Yeah, back in the province. Yes.
Okay. So, okay.
When we move here, nasa factory na siya.
Okay.
Tapos alam mo naman, pag factory worker dito, and then mag-retire ka, you will have a pension, mga 4,000, 5,000 a month. So, hindi kaya. So, sabi ko, kailangan.
So now, si father mo yung ano ginagawa niya sa farm?
Yeah, si papa talaga yung pinaka-caretaker doon sa farm. Yes, sa lettuce production.
And ikaw yung sa business end naman.
Yes, So yung brother ko naman, siya talaga yung nag-initiate talaga sa gawa talaga ng chips. So siya yung pinaka mismong head doon sa paggawaan namin.
So parang may so si father mo yung parang sa facility mismo.
Yes. Mhm.
Si brother mo sa operations.
Yes.
Ikaw sa business and marketing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good co-founder team. And actually, yun yung parang yun yung, that's what you need the business person, the technical person, which is like your brother
Mhm.
kasi siya yung sa production, and yung parang systems, and yung parang, or yung the ordinary day
Mhm.
operations,
Yes.
and which is your father.
Yes.
And now, paano nga pala mainly nasa-sell si Lettuce Chips now? I mean, do you have stores na nagbebenta or online din?
Yeah, we have both online and offline kasi we have resellers and distributors. So we have a distributor in Dumaguete. We also have in Caloocan. Meron din tayo doon.
Meron pala sa Caloocan.
Yes. And then online din meron tayo for sa Facebook Marketplace and then sa Shopee and TikTok as well.
How do you approach them, these resellers?
Actually, yung mga trade fairs na yan, yung mga exhibit, actually ang laking tulong But I also make videos kasi online. So on
sila
Facebook.
malapit sa'yo?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oo.
They want to resell your...
Oo. So mga inquiries. Actually, mas tumaas yung demand. Unfortunately, kasi hindi pa tayo compliant talaga with FDA kasi mag-apply pa nga lang tayo. So, yun sa packaging improvement. So, hindi pa mapasok-pasok sa malls. So, yung ibang distributor gusto nila ipasok sa malls and hotels. Sabi ko, for now, standby muna tayo kasi we are still working dun sa compliance natin with the FDA.
So, yung mga resellers pala ay parang mga store, what kind of store are they?
Meron mga food hubs. Yeah. Meron din mga individual, mga office workers din. Na, they sell to their workmates.
Yes.
Yeah, so mga ganon. Oo.
Mga mga individuals. But actually, this is what actually what I want to happen. I'm not sure if meron ng like a government initiative. Kasi ang dami mga food innovations all around the country. Parang merong mga hub of different food products.
Oh yes.
I think meron tayong OTOP.
Yes.
But I think the OTOP kasi siya, parang per city. I'm thinking parang as in central, kunyari let's say sa NCR or let's say sa Cebu or sa Davao na parang sa Davao or sa NCR. Even the mga products are there. No? So parang ganun. So I hope that will happen. Or maybe even online. E-commerce website na andun lahat. I think yun din yung binanggit kanina sa Ruro Mushrooms, may e-commerce website na andun lahat ng Zamboanga food innovation products, or even Mindanao, or buong bansa, diba?
Oh yeah.
Shopping ka lang dun. Parang ganda nung ganun.
I think Lite is working on that.
I think meron na nga, pero yeah, I think meron ng
But I think kaka-start pa lang nila. But yeah, mas maganda talaga yung may central talaga, no? Aside dun sa one town, one product na OTOP.
Per city siya.
Yeah,
Tsaka although good pala yung mga food fair,
Yes.
Although that's kasi once a year lang yun, or lang siya.
Yeah.
So parang, I'm imagining store talaga na pagpunta mo dun, andun yung buong Pilipinas.
Exactly. Mas maganda yun.
Although baka mahirap nga lang siya i-manage. I think of course on the business end, baka medyo may challenges dun.
Oh yeah, siguro.
Speaking of challenges, Sir Jeffrey, same sa question ko kanina with the other startups, what has been the most challenging in this journey and what is the biggest milestone so far?
Oh, okay. So siguro sa startup challenges, no? Siguro sa production din talaga sa lettuce. Kasi though naka-greenhouse siya sa akin, like may mga fungal infection and then pest infestation pa rin. So ang nangyayari nawalan ako ng source ng raw materials. So bumagal din talaga yung production ko for lettuce chips, for example. But through yung exposure natin with the Kids Who Farm as trainer nila. So we train communities naman. So doon na rin ako nakakapag-source ng mga
yung mga tanim nila na mag-train nyo.
Oo, exactly.
So, I mean, you buy those.
Yes, yung mga produce ng iba.
That's a good economic activity kasi naturuan sila. And then may customer na sila, which is for you, for the chips din.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of people ask me, mag-expand ka ba ng greenhouse mo kasi tumataas yung demand for the chips? Sabi ko, I can, but for now I don't want to do it kasi madami na rin kasi sa Zamboanga alone, ang dami naming naturuan sa hydroponics, sa pagtutubo ng lettuce. So gusto kong, I think that's my way na rin talaga para to give back sa community. So may mga projects yung DA ngayon na they give a greenhouse to a certain association or organization. So, magkaka-MOA kami na ako yung bibili ng mga produce nila. So, that's a really great way talaga for them to have additional or main source of income.
By the way, yung mga pests nga or mga infestation, how do you deal with that?
Sa akin, kasi always sinasabi ko sa mga videos ko na greenhouse technology, may net yan sa paligid, so hindi pa napapasok ng mga insekto, so we don't spray and pesticide. So we stand with that. So kahit may nakakapasok kasi may mga butas-butas and all. So ang ginawa na talaga namin, especially sa greenhouse ko, mga 1,000 lettuce heads, i-process namin yung lahat, hindi na ako magtatanim ng bago, kailangan ko lang ubusin and then restart. Kasi pag once na ubusan ng tanim sa loob, mawawala na rin yung mga insekto.
Okay.
But the good thing is that, again, I can source raw materials din sa community.
Okay. Yeah, but this actually also part of the agri-technology, yung dealing with these factors. Parang, ano siya, protection and resilience, kumbaga, ng crops, ng tanim na, ano. Anyway, sir, milestone, what is the biggest achievement so far?
I believe as a young farmer challenge awardee din talaga ng DA, no? So from a provincial awardee back in 2022, and then hindi man ako pinalad for upscale on the following year, 2023, but I still really implemented yung business plan ko, the plan for the business and everything. And then in 2024, which naginawa this year, so naging regional awardee ako ng YFC, and I will represent the Region 9, the entire Region 9 sa national competition which will be held in Baguio. So next month I will be in Baguio to compete for the YFC.
Wow.
And then it's more than just the competition or winning the competition, whatever. But it's for me, it's more on yung exposure ko with other agripreneurs, no. Ang daming naki-share kami ng mga ideas, mga best practices, yung mga innovations namin. So that is more valuable than, I believe, winning, no, pang Miss Universe. Winning the competition, kasi we're coming from different backgrounds, different innovations din na
actually, yeah. That's also, I mean, that's very important, first of all, kasi, and that's also, sana din makatulong ang podcast dyan, ano, parang to make farms not silos in their own regions, no? Kasi ang daming nangyayari sa mga farms sa iba't ibang parte ng Pilipinas. And I think it's really good nga to share the best practices and good innovations. Kasi ito yung technology ng farms actually, on how you increase productivity, how you add resilience, ano. So I think there should be more conversations then between farmers in different parts of the country para mapag-share ng knowledge.
Yes. So speaking of sharing, before ko makalimutan, I also want to share what I am doing, yung mga best practices. Yung may mention ko kanina na pwede mo nang gawin. Yung project ko na parang sa sustainability part na pwede mong gawing paso yung lettuce. I'm working on a website right now. Hindi ko pa siya sasabihin yung name ng website. I already have the name. I-register ko pa siya. I-launch ko siya very soon. So ang website will be a platform for at least 3 stakeholders. First, yung mga brands like me, like Ruru for example. So we get to highlight yung mga projects naman, yung mga sustainability project naman. Yung sa akin, etong gawin siyang paso, may embedded seeds. And then second stakeholder, yung mga green innovations like Kids of Farm. So yung mga green organizations na yan, they can highlight their projects as well. Ano yung mga projects nila. So for example, Kids of Farm, they accept donation for yung mga used tarpaulins, ginawang paso. Tar pots. So yun. So another stakeholder is yung mga consumers. So ang magiging ganap nito is that as a consumer, gusto kong malaman paano po itong gamitin, paano po ito i-recycle yung product. So they will access the website, they will see their tutorials o paano gawin, or they can check sino yung malapit na organizations accepting donations of this product.
Okay.
So ang magiging benefit dun sa brand is that I get to see also na dami nga donate, no? Actually, may batas tayo yung EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility Act. So nire-require talaga yung mga producers yung may 100 million asset. Wala pa tayo doon, but we are voluntarily complying
Mm.
dun sa act na yon, na they're required actually to retrieve or do something na 50% of their produce na dapat ma-retrieve nila or ma-offer nila for recycling yung mga product nila. So my way is that yung ma-share ko yung platform na yon with other producers para, you know, as early as now na yung asset natin mababa pa lang, but we are complying with this APR
Yes,
Act of 2022 already.
Tsaka I think maganda nga rin siyang platform nga for exchange of knowledge and then parang sama-sama na din na actually it's also again raising the entire agri
Exactly.
ecosystem. Ayun, ano nga ba sir ang vision niyo talaga for Cafe Lion? Maybe in the into the future pa.
Yes. Gusto ko lang i-encourage na yung mga, kasi as a trainer kasi sa Kids Who Farm, we really tap yung mga farmers na as farmers, we should not be production driven. Dapat market oriented din talaga tayo. Kaya nga ginawa ko yung lettuce chips kasi kahit sabi nila na hindi bagay yung lettuce as chips. Kasi I want to show them na you can be creative and you can really be innovative then na going more valuable or to offer more value sa mga produce natin. Kasi if we keep on producing without being market-oriented or without checking talaga paano mabenta, paano mabigyan ng more value yung mga produce natin, mahirapan tayo. Paulit-ulit tayo sa oversupply, tinatabas-tabas na lang yung mga ganun. So, yun yung pinaka-goal ko na i-promote na yun, na we should be innovative as a farmer, not just a farmer.
Innovative, and that's actually a startup mindset. Ano? Yung innovation is not just like something that you want to do, but also something that the market needs. So parang startup mindset nga dito is you're actually, as a startup founder, as an innovator, you're actually solving a problem of the market. So I think in this case, on the end of the consumers, an alternative snack na healthy, and in the end of the farmers for the surplus din ng mga produce. And by the way, aside from lettuce, mayroon ba do you plan to have other tanim, other chips?
Yeah, of course. I'm targeting yung mga common, usual na nagkaka-surplus.
Din, or,
leafy greens and even yung mga root crops natin nagkaka-oversupply. But hindi pa siya focus ngayon kasi I believe mag-focus muna talaga ako dito. Lettuce muna. And then pag once naka-profile na yun ng maayos, so pwede na tayong bumalik doon. Ang importante is yung platform, the brand, na ma-establish natin.
Ayun. Ayun, so thank you so much, Sir Jeffrey, for that conversation. Grabe, ang ganda rin actually and very inspiring. Ano?
Thank
Introducing Aim High. Smarter construction management starts here. Monitor costs and progress with real-time insights. Plan ahead and adapt with streamlined scheduling tools. Make data-driven decisions to avoid costly delays. Increase efficiency and profit with Aim High.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
If our listeners want to know more about Cafe Lion lettuce chips or the farm, hydroponic farm, so how can they know more? Maybe you can lead them to, and yung website is to be announced pa, no? But maybe you can lead them to the social media.
Yes, sa Facebook, may Facebook page tayo na Cafe Lion Lettuce Chips. So for fresh lettuce production, meron tayong Cafe Lion Hydroponic Farm. And then you can also visit the Farming Teacher sa YouTube kasi I make a few videos on hydroponics.
Sige, we'll follow them. We'll subscribe to
the Farming Teacher. So Cafe Lion, that's cafe like CAFE Lion, literal. So Lion, so Coffee Lion.
And follow din
Yeah.
si Sir Jeffrey sa YouTube.
So yeah, thank you so much. Mention ko lang na we are going to have a rebranding na magiging easier, magiging better yung packaging natin. It will be V-Bytes. So I hope we can flash, no? I have some photos of the packaging na magiging packaging na talaga, and then yung brand is V-Bytes.
So yun yung name, V-Bytes.
Yeah. V-Bytes Little Chips, and then the other product lines na rin is will be under that brand, V-Bytes. Yeah, so we have registered.
So maybe si Cafe Lion si Farm.
Yeah, si Farm.
And then si V-Bytes si Chips.
Exactly. Yung mga value-added products natin.
Okay. Ayun, thank you so much, Sir Jeffrey.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you sa mga nakinig. Salamat. And thank you sa ating live audience dito. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our 61 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskFlexPH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Argum AI. Make smarter decisions by presenting both sides of an issue as argued by two distinct AI models. Pixel by ePlayment. Turn content into opportunity, grow deeper connections, and earn more. Only with Pixel. Sign up at pixel.eplayment.co. School of Profits. Filipino-led community for aspiring freelancers, VAs, agency builders, and online earners. Built to help you start, grow, and earn online together. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner. Early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform, Hustle PH. Smile Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Cloud CFO, cloud accounting service provider for businesses ready to grow. Cloverly Tech, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Body BTs, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. HKB Digital Services, tech-based business tools including payroll, ticketing, and loyalty rewards. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Unawa, driving digital transformation with secure, legally enforceable electronic signatures and robust AML compliance. School Tech, all-in-one AI integrated school and learning management system. Better Support, a Manila-based BPO company. They have a referral program for people who can bring in new clients. You might know a Western-based business that needs better support. Britanna, enterprise-grade ERP solution that fits the small and medium business budget. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. East Point Business Outsourcing Services, one-stop shop for streamlined business solutions for MSMEs such as business registration, bookkeeping, and more. DiviCode Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and wellness programs for you. This episode is powered by Stugbodok, JIA Engineering Solutions, Alcacon Aquafeeds 1LJ, Grey Wolf Technologies Philippines, Pareto Consulting, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Pahatid PH, Wistless PH, Tech Tribe, Yay, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Dohe Philippines, Edfolio, Hive Rooms, Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.